Hey, what's up guys? It's Ivan, and in this video I want to talk to you about two overlooked free traffic sources for your website or business. And those are guest blogs and podcasts. And this is actually a part of my online marketing training blueprint course, which you can get free starter access to at ivanmana.com. And in this video, I want to go into more detail and show you exactly how you can utilize these two free traffic sources to your advantage to get free traffic. So let's get straight into it.
Now that we talked a lot about paid traffic sources, I wanted to talk to you about some free options as well. So if you're just starting out and you don't have the budget yet for ads, or maybe you're just testing and want to see if your new business is even right for you, this will be a great place for you to start and get some free traffic. I'll be covering a lot of different methods to get free traffic in this section, but in this lesson, I wanted to talk to you about guest posts and guest blogging, which is basically you sharing your content on other blogs or podcasts. So it's a win-win, because you get to have some backlinks taking people to your website, thus boosting your SEO and getting you free traffic, and the blog on which you wrote gets to have a high quality article that will bring more traffic to their site as well. There are different ways to do guest blogging, and I'm going to start with the cheapest or the free way to do it, but that requires the most amount of work. And then I'm going to show you the paid way to do it, just so you know the potential of this method. So how do you do it? Well, you just type in your niche. In our case, let's say digital marketing agency, right? That's our niche. And then we look for websites or blogs that have to do with that. So digital marketing, let's say blog, or better yet, you just ask a question like, how do you do digital marketing, right? So for example, here, Neil Patel, right? This guy's a very common example. So you can come in here and you can see if they accept guest posts. So you can take a look through their website, and you can even come in and see, for example, now that you know Neil Patel, now that you know this is someone specific you're looking for, you could even just duplicate, open a new tab, and then just say Neil Patel guest post. Just type that and then see if they offer an option to do that. Guest blogging. So he talks a lot about them, but doesn't look like they accept it. So what you could do is you could just email them. So you could just come in here to this website, you can contact them and say, hey, I'm interested in writing a guest post for you. Are you accepting any guest posts? I think we could make a good partnership. Now, the key is in how you write this, right? How you reach out, because I get tons of these emails weekly or sometimes daily. So here are just some of them. I opened up my email just to show you some of the examples. You know, it just says this. This is a cold email. Hey, I'm following up on the content pitch. My focus remains on crafting a guest blog for you. Looking forward to your response. I want to do a guest blog for you. Can you check this out for me? Hey, I want to do a guest article for you, right? So what did they say? Unique. Would you be interested in the idea of including my article in your content? So things like that, I get these. So that's an example of what you don't want to do. So when you reach out to these sites like Neil Patel's, this is the last thing you want to do, right? Something generic like this, right? One of my recent videos that I posted on YouTube had to do with cold outreach emails like this, although it had to do with thumbnails, where I constantly get bombarded with these emails saying, Ivan, if you need thumbnails, if you need video editing, I got you. I'm the best one at the job. Let me do it for you. And my advice remains, whether it pertains to thumbnails or articles, guys, you have to provide value. You have to deliver the content on a silver platter. So if you are doing it this way, if you want to come in here and message Mr. Neil Patel or whoever it is in your niche for a blog post article, what you have to do is tell them what sort of value they're going to gain. So you would say, hey, Mr. Person, I noticed that you have many articles about these topics, but you don't have an article about a topic where the keyword is this. Here's the keyword. Here's this magical keyword, how to do digital marketing in the winter, for example, right? Let's use that as the keyword example. I noticed that you don't have any articles that rank for that keyword. And doing my keyword research, you should now know how to do that as well. Refer back to the SEO section of our website building module. I noticed that there is XXX number of searches for this keyword per month. Let's say 500, 1,000, 2,000 searches for this keyword per month. And I have here an article that is 1,332 words long that can very well describe how to do digital marketing in the winter. Okay, you're delivering the content on a silver platter. Now, I'm not saying you just give them the article in the email, absolutely not, but you tell them what value they're going to have. So step one, you want to start by saying, hey, I noticed that here's what you have going on. So you have all these different articles, but you don't have this article for this keyword, okay? Step 2, you tell them why that's going to matter. Well, because this keyword has 2,000 searches a month and it's going to be super beneficial for you. Step 3, you tell them what you have. Hey, I have an article that can specifically address this keyword. My article is 1,332 words long. It thoroughly researches the topic. It has 5 images that relate to the topic, and I think it's going to be a great fit for your website. Boom. Okay. So those 3 steps are going to be much better than just saying, hey, I have an article for you. I want to write for you. Let me write for you. No, tell me exactly what keyword you're going to help me rank for. Tell me how long your article is. Deliver the information on a silver platter. Okay. So if this is the approach you're doing, if you're just coming in here and cold contacting every website in your niche, then provide them the value. Tell them exactly what it is you're doing. Now, once you do it the first time, to be honest, you can just pretty much copy paste it to everywhere else, assuming they share similar articles, similar content, but you just have to put in that initial investment to do that, because otherwise nobody's going to read it. I just ignore these emails. I literally just ignore them. There's no reason for me to respond to them. I get so many of these daily, not always about articles. Like I said, it's a lot about thumbnails and video editors and things like that. I just ignore it, really. My mind just automatically does that. So that's how you can do it the first way, right? Just contact all of these different sites, come in there and see. So yeah, that's for Neil Patel. But then we have digital marketing blogs. So you go through all these blogs. You go through this one, you go through this one, or better yet, you just type in a question. So here's another blog, Power, Results, Services. Yeah, so these guys look like they have blogs, right? They have here these articles. So you can contact them and say, hey, do you accept articles? Here's why. Again, you do the same thing. Here's what I think I can help you rank for. Here's how long my article is. Boom, let's work together, right? Maybe they have work with us. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, anyway, that's what you would do, right? It's not an easy process. This is why this is the free approach, because you have to do it all yourself, but this is a way. Here, digital marketing blog, boom. See if they have, so here's the name, Digital Marketing Institute. So you can come in here and say Digital Marketing Institute, guest blogs, for example, and see if they have anything. Tools and template, the ultimate guest blogging guide. Let's see if they have anything. Sending you emails, become a member. Okay, related articles. Okay, looks like that's it. So yeah, so if you can't find it right off the bat, then just email them. Just email them and ask. So they have, I'm sure, a contact somewhere. Glossary, articles, ebooks, podcasts. Let's see, privacy terms. Yeah, here, chat with them. So you can just ask them, right? So just reach out to all of these. So that's how you can do it. That's a good way to build SEO for your site, as well as get that free traffic. So this is the longest way how you can do it. Now let's look at another way you can make your life a little bit easier. If you come in here, you go back to Google. You can type in digital marketing, and then you can say, for example, write for us. And then this will pull up anything like over here, digital marketing guest blog post guidelines. So you can take that, you can take that, you can take that, you can take that. Okay, boom, there you go. All of these. So obviously, again, you put in your niche. We put digital marketing because our website is about digital marketing. If for you, it's dog lovers, you put in dog lovers, write for us, see what you got. Write for us. There you go. Pet place. Write for us. Freelance writer submissions, right? Write for us. If that doesn't work, you don't have to do write for us. You can replace that with guest blog or guest post. So let's try guest post, for example, dog lovers there. Welcome to the first guest post. Top 86 pet blogs that accept guest posts. Boom. So here, understanding your guidelines. Okay, so these ones are a little bit easier because you don't have to come up with this fancy introduction, right? It's not a cold email. I mean, it is a cold email, but it's not a cold email as in people aren't even looking for you. Here, they're explicitly saying, hey, we are looking for guest writers. We are looking for people to help us. Let us know. So in this case, it's not so much about you trying to do the best job of trying to hook them. You don't have to hook them. You have to have good content here. You have to show them that, first of all, you have to follow their rules. Second of all, you have to deliver something that's going to be helpful. So over here at Chatterbuzz, we expect you to do the same. Keep the tone casual and conversational. Use words like you and I. Your article shall be scannable and flow, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. So just go through these and write articles for other companies, and it's going to drastically boost your SEO as well. How you rank, okay? This one's must have something to do with some maybe ad blocker, even though we don't have any. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but there you go. So here, looking to publish your article, you can purchase a sponsored article. Okay, so here this is paid, but all articles are shared with our audience of 700,000 marketing professionals, guys, right? So this is one of the ways to do it. This was kind of new to me. I really didn't know about this until like just 2 years ago or so. So this is really cool. Something that could definitely be used to build SEO. Schedule your free consultation. Be a guest author. There you go. You can schedule your free consultation here, right? Right for digital delane. Look at this. So just come in here, follow the rules, follow what they're saying. So here they're telling you, style guidelines. They're telling you the submission guidelines. So again, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you got to put in the work when you're first starting out. You got to make a name for yourself. We're accepting guest posts. There you go. Love my online marketing. Get started. Learn what they do. Boom. Easy enough. Let's come in here for the dogs. Write for K or CKC. What we accept, what we do not accept. Okay. Easy. Okay. So hopefully that just gives you an idea. Hopefully this gets the point across. And yeah, so that's another way you can do it. Let me close out of all these other tabs. I don't think we need the email tab as well. I think I got my point across. So top 86 blogs, by the way. Let me look at this. So I linked you guys 2 different websites just below this video as well, where it just has a bunch of different websites that accept guest posts. So feel free to scan them. But basically what I did was I said something like, I think I said digital marketing digital marketing top sites that accept blog posts or something like that. I don't remember. But let's see, you can scroll down like here, 100 digital marketing. I think this is one of the ones that I reported for you. So just type in whatever your niche is. Again, dog lovers, pet lovers, plumbers, top sites that accept blog posts, and just do that. Just come in here and then there's going to be a list. So yeah, so this is what I linked for you guys. You can take a look, and then they're linking you straight to their guest article page. So you can go through these. Daily SEO blog, for example. Let's look at this. I'm going to control click right for us. Okay, a little laggy. Let's refresh this page again. Nope. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. But yeah, you can just go through the list, and what they do is they send you straight to their blog, submit blog post page. Well, maybe not in this case. But in a lot of the cases, they do. Anyway, just look through the list. I think maybe 99 signals. They take you straight to the featured blog post submission form, where basically you can just come in and ask to write a guest post. Okay, and then here's another one, the 199 available websites. So Healthline, you can come in here and you can write guest posts there. List apart, about us. We want to help you. Let's see if we can find something about the guest posts for these guys. AI and sponsorship, terms of use, how we use artificial intelligence. Yeah, so if you can't see right off the bat, then just contact them, right? Just basic stuff. Okay, so here's one, creatively, what we're looking for, right? So it's got that. Here's another one, right for us. So yeah, hopefully this gives you an idea of how to do it, guys. Hopefully this is enough to let you know what you need to know. That's really the main things that you have to know. So you can either just go in through each individual site, or you can go to sites like this, like, okay, what are the 100 sites that accept guest posts? And you can just go through all those sites and just write to all of them. Just create a good article that's, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 words. The more the better, but not too long. Have some complementary images to supplement what you're doing. Find something that, using the keyword research, as I showed you in the website building module, and just create an article based on that, and then send it to these guys and see what they say, right? And then they're going to backlink it back to you, and then you're going to be getting that traffic. So these are things, just do one a day, guys. Just come in and just do one per day. Or just write one article and then reach out to 10 companies per day. That's it. 10, 20 minutes a day is all you need for this specific method. Now, if you are willing to put in some money into this, I didn't want to end the lesson without giving you all the options. If you do want to put in some money into it, you can go to go.ivanmana.com/Icopify, which is a site that makes it super easy for you to do. So instead of looking for all of these individually, you can purchase guest blog posts from websites that post over here. So they come in here and they partner with this site, Icopify, and there's a bunch of different options. It's not only Icopify, there's a bunch of these basically agents, so to speak, where they have this partnership between you as the author and the actual websites. They partner in, and then the websites charge you to write a post on their website. And the cool part is here, you don't even have to write the article either. So the author, you can pick the author, can write the article for you. So let me actually show you something here real quick. Let me show you what that's going to look like, because I bought one, so I could show you what this is going to look like. So let me log in here, and then you can see the back end, and you can see how to use this. If you are willing to invest, you can buy articles for as little as $5. Just $5 you can buy it. So let me show you. All right, so here I am just logging in into the dashboard. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to go to all my projects, and for each different niche that you're doing. So in this case, for example, I'm doing it for my website, Ivan Mana, and you can just create a new project. So one for digital marketing, one for dog lovers, one for chairs, whatever it is you want to do. All right, there you go. So here I named this project Ivan Mana. This is for my own website. You can just come in here, create a project, name, project URL, and then you'll be able to just keep track of everything here. So content writing, your guest posts, fix and design site. Yeah, I'm not sure about these, but the main thing we're concerned with is the guest posting, right? So I paid for one and I have one pending approval. So let me quickly first show you how to look for the stuff and how to find websites and what this looks like before I show you the project. So here, if you go to all publisher sites, you can filter by category. So let's say in my case, I put in marketing. And then you can say monthly traffic, what the minimum is that you want, the link type. So we want do follow links, right? So do follow means that the website basically supports our site. So it says, hey, we can vouch for this website. So you can follow that because we vouch for the site. And so Google likes that, right? You do want the do follow links because that shows that, hey, the site actually believes in what it's promoting. No follow means that it's telling Google not to scan that site. So it's saying, hey, we don't want to vouch for this. So we're just saying that this thing exists, but we don't want to vouch. So you want do follow links, as many as you can. And then we'll click on search, for example, and then you're going to see all these different sites. And then let me show you how you can look through this stuff. So here you have the monthly traffic for the site, so 3,000 views per month. Here you have the domain authority, so 57 is very high. Anything over 60 is very good. It's a very good score. You have the Hrefs domain authority, so sometimes they're going to differ. You have the Moz and you have the Hrefs. And then you have a spam score. So spam score is how many spammy links they have. So it's got to be 1% or less. Don't do anything with more than 1%. There's no need for that. So that's basically it. So you can come in here, you can look at the monthly traffic, the score. You do have to look at the correlation though, right? Because there is a correlation between domain authority and the monthly traffic. So if a website has a very high domain authority score, but not enough traffic, then that just means that it's a website that just circulates backlinks, right? And that's not a good site. That's not a good site because it has not much content. It doesn't have as much traffic. All it does is focus on getting those backlinks. So you do want an actual site that people actually read. So like Scoops Earth. This one's got 15,000 views and about a 60 domain score, almost a 70. These ones are not provided. You have monthly traffic. You can also go by verified websites, ones that are verified here. So ones that do have all the stats here. And for example, 23, 25, and we might have to input the category one more time. Let's go with. Now, one thing you will notice when you do this filtering is that it kind of resets. So if you set the marketing, you set the monthly traffic, or you set some of the filters above, whenever you change anything here, it's going to reset. So yeah, don't worry about that. So over here, as you can see now, it doesn't show the monthly traffic anymore, but yeah, you just want to come in here and let's say we want monthly traffic high to low. So technologies.it. Okay, so this has a lot of traffic, not a high DA score, which is okay, right? Because at least it's getting the traffic. What we don't want is to target a site with not enough traffic and a super high DA score, domain authority, because that just means that, again, it's a site that just circulates the backlinks. So for example, here, recipes.net. You got to click on that. By the way, you won't be able to see the full URL without paying. You have to top up at least $10 or so into the account to be able to see it. So that's why I can see it, because I've already topped up the account. But if you don't, then you just have to put in, I think, $5 or $10 or so to be able to see all that. But yeah, for example, here, recipes.net. So if you're a cook and if you want to add a blog post here, you can. And this one's really expensive for this one. This one is going to cost you $8,000. Wow, right? But that's because they're getting a ton of monthly traffic. This one costs $400. This one costs $1,500. So yeah, so the more traffic, obviously, the more expensive it's going to get. This one, verofato.com.br, I don't know what that is. Okay, so it looks like a Brazilian site. And actually here we can see, yeah, it's in Portuguese. So what we want to do, let's just set it to English. And here, Forbes posts. Let's look at this. Yeah, but no, not enough traffic, see. This one, Events Magazine. This one looks solid for $55. So yeah, anyway, you just go through this. Like, this is just a fun process, really. Just have fun with it. Just look through this. If you don't want to invest too much, that's okay. Just invest, you can go anywhere from, I think the cheapest I've seen is $4.98. So go through, look for the traffic, transform minds. Let's again sort by high to low. Language, see, yeah, it just resets everything, unfortunately. That's okay. So let's look for something, let's say, more affordable. Let's go to maybe page 8, see what we get. Okay, so this is a good amount of traffic, 30,000. Yeah, so I mean, $40, you can buy something like that. Info Spiritual, that's cool. If we go to the last one, this is going to be the cheapest. Not always, but that's usually the correlation. So these are not listed, I don't know why. Anyway, let's go by price from low to high. Let's look at it this way. Okay, so $9.98. Yeah, so that's what I paid, and I'm going to show you the results for this soon. But let's suppose you want to buy something from here, right? Let's suppose you like the monthly traffic, you like the spam score and the domain authority, and you're saying buy post. So you can come in here and you can choose just content placement. So you're going to post your own article here with the URL that you want to use and the anchor text. So what words do you want to have over the target URL? And then any special requirements. And then, or you can choose for them to write it for you. So you just enter the URL, what the text is going to say, and then any special requirements, and that's it. You're going to order now. Now, keep in mind, some of them will say, hey, keep in mind that you're only doing no follow links. You don't want that, right? You don't want the no follow link. So let me show you if we reset all these filters. Let's go back to project here. Okay, let's just reset everything. All publisher sites. I just want to reset those filters here. So if you don't set the do follow specifically, right? And if you go through some of these, like if we just type in categories marketing, as I did at first, and then you say search, you'll find some really big hard hitters here. So if we go by high to low, you will find some sites that you have seen before, some sites that you're very familiar with. And again, it reset everything. So for example, Rakuten, I think is pretty popular. New York Post, look at this. Literally New York Post, right? And NewYorkPost.com. So you can post your articles here. Now the issue with some of these are, it's got no follow links. So it's really good monthly traffic, really good score, but if you buy posts, let me show you. Okay, yeah, we don't have the money for that. Let's see if maybe this one. Let me show you just to be careful. So here you have some authors, some contributors. You can choose which one you want. You can look at the completion rate. So this is when out of all the orders that they've gotten, how many were satisfied without a refunds. So for all the people who bought and who accepted the order, how many accepted without saying, no, I want a refund, right? So that's what that is. So let's suppose we pick this one. You click buy post. And then over here, it's going to say, I'm aware the link will be no follow. You don't want that. You do want the link to be do follow because you also want the backlink to your site. So no follow is good if you literally just want traffic from that site. So for people to click on that site. But if you want to have a backlink that will boost your own SEO, you do need do follow. Okay. So make sure that when you see something like this, you do not buy it. You don't want that. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You come in here and then as I showed you, you have the different authors here, different contributors. Well, now it's loading here. You have all these contributors. So I normally go by the success rate, the completion rate. So 29% is pretty low. He's only completed 2, so it looks like just a beginner that isn't doing very well. You can click on them, see more information about them. So these are people that are going to complete it for you. Sometimes it's a company. Sometimes it's not like just one person. So here, for example, medium.com, by the way, as well, you can write, right? Which is crazy. Some of these popular sites that you've heard of. And then, yeah, what you could also do is sometimes when you click on these dots, you can see examples of publisher work. So you can see what they wrote. So for example, here for this one with a 96% completion rate, you can come in here and see what they wrote. And yeah, okay. So something in Korean or Chinese. Anyway. So that's what I wanted to show you here. So let me actually show you the results of this. So once you do decide to buy it from somebody, what will that look like? So let's come in here. I didn't submit it yet. So I have here, these are the number of tasks that haven't started, ones that I purchased that haven't started. These are the number of tasks in progress. And then once that's done, it's waiting approval. And then tasks in improvement, tasks completed, and tasks rejected. So I'm going to click here, tasks that need this. So let's look at the article. Let me show you guys what this is going to look like. So I asked for an article about how to do online marketing, the steps for online marketing. And this is what they wrote. This is the article that they wrote. Let's take a look how good it was. So here were my special requirements, okay? The steps for marketing online as I shown bullet points under my site. For example, first you need to build a website. Then you need to set up tracking. Then you need to set up email marketing. Then you can start setting paid campaigns. So let's look how well they followed the directions. So here's the article, Steps to Successful Online Marketing, bemo.com, Steps to Successful Online Marketing. Oops, what happened here? And then build and optimize your website, set up tracking and analytics, establish email marketing, launch paid campaigns. That's it, right? So very simple article. The minimum is 250 words. So very, very easy. But the main thing here is the backlink, right? So it takes us to the site. So then if you click here, it's going to take you to my site, which is what we want. And this is a do follow link. So I'm pretty happy with this. The only issue I have here with this article is that I put my anchor text. Notice I said anchor text. If you want to join the membership site, click here. Okay, so they don't do that. They don't allow this obvious marketing. They keep it very subtle. So I'm just going to tell them to put that link, for example, somewhere here. By following these steps, building a website, maybe this one, by following these steps. Maybe I'll do either that or I'll ask them to do it at the beginning. Let's explore these steps in detail. Maybe something like that. Yeah, so maybe I want to do it here. So I'm going to, it's a structured process that combines. Yeah, so maybe let's take this one, I'm going to copy that, come back here, and I'm going to request a revision. And I'm going to say, please change the anchor text from the, what do? They did from the building a website to, and then let's explore these steps in detail. Okay. And then we're going to request a revision. We're going to see what they say. And yeah, I mean, that's it. It's done. You know, I can hit approve, and then these 13, 17 will be sent over to this human being. So yeah, I don't want to reject the task. So they are now going to be editing this. Okay. So now if we go back to over here, we're going to see number of tasks in improvement. So improvement, we're going to see what they're doing. Let's view. So over here, the note that you put is going to be right here. And then it'd say, hey, please change the anchor text from the building website to let's explore these steps in detail. That's it. So that's my message to this person, Mercy. This is the person, Mercy, the person writing it. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you. This is the guest post way. You can either do it the free way or you can do it the paid way, however way you want to do it. So I'm going to come in here and log out. Okay, so that I wanted to show you here. Now, you don't have to do only guest posts. If you are more of a video person or an audio person, you can do guest videos. You can go to YouTube and do the same thing and say, hey, I've created this great video for you. Do you want to connect? Or maybe reach out to some companies. Whatever you want to do, whatever your strength is. I'm not aware right off the bat of any such YouTube video partnerships, guest videos, but for podcasts, there is. If you type in, let's go back into Google. If you type in guest podcasts, one of the most popular ones is Podmatch, which is really cool. So podcasts looking for guests, you can go through all of these and do the same thing, guys. Same thing. Go through all of these. Now, the one I recommend is the Podmatch one. Yeah, so how to find podcasts. Okay, so this is how to find podcasts, not that. So here, we book you on 20, 40, 48 podcast shows to your exact target audience. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. This looks a little sketchy. Connecting podcasters with great results. Podcast guests. Yeah. So these look okay. The one that I know is good is Podmatch. So if you guys head over to go.ivanmana.com/podmatch, podcast, Podmatch. This one I know works well. The other ones I'm not sure, but of course you can come in and do research. Everything I showed you, like Icopify or Podmatch, they're not the only ones in the world, right? There's tons more. You can just look through them. So this one, Podmatch, this one's popular, 70,000. So if we come back in here, you can just choose what you want. I'm a podcast host, I'm a podcast guest, I'm both, and you can just sign up. So create an account. Now, disclaimer, this one also you do have to pay. So unfortunately, if you do these manually, the way I showed you by reaching out to people's podcasts, that way is free. But if you want to use an app like this that simplifies the process, where once you sign up, what's going to happen is this will work like a Tinder, basically, like a dating app, where you're going to get matches per day, and then you can choose if you want to work with them or not work with them. So they're going to give you the reviews, how many reviews they have, what the reviews are, what they're about, who their audience is, and you can get to decide if you want to work with them or not. So that's going to be the process. So that's why it's Podmatch. Basically, they're going to match, right, the podcast guest with the podcast host. And then you guys can both work out, see if you want to work together. So that's what this Podmatch is. And yeah, basically that's it for this video for guest podcasts or guest posts, anything like that. Hopefully this gives you an idea for how this works and how you can get additional traffic to your website.
So that is all for this video. Hopefully you guys found value, and you should now know about these two overlooked traffic sources and start applying them to your business. If you guys found value in this video, I invite you to check out my other 700 plus videos on YouTube at youtube.com/IvanMana, as well as get my free 7-day online marketing starter plan at ivanmana.com, along with other freebies, resources, and recommendations. That is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.